If you clicked on this video, it means that you're either subscribed to me or you wanted to figure out how to do some DIY hood risers for about $5. This is the cheapest and most effective way to make your own hood risers for like $5. All you have to do is pull off one of your bolts either from up here or down here on your hinge for your hood and take it to the parts store with you and match up the same thread to a new bolt. Just make sure your bolt is about 1 inch longer if you want to do 1 inch higher, or maybe 2 if you want to do 2. Now the way I do it is extremely simple. I get a bolt that's about 1 inch longer than this but has the same exact thread pitch. I get a washer that'll fit over the new bolt, and then one of these that'll slide directly over top of the entire bolt. I already have this side done. What I did was I put the spacer in between the bracket and where it meets on the car. I put this through here and then the washer on top so it can lock on top of the hinge. And now I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do it on the other side. Now the reason why I've done it from the bottom side of the hinge instead of the easier to access top part is because this bolts on with a nut this way. If it was bolted in with the bolt going through it that direction, then I could extend it out. But because it's just a bolt right here, I don't have any way to extend this bolt coming out. Now this is a 2002 Maxima, and to get to the bottom 2 bolts, I do have to take the fender off. I don't have to take it off all the way. I can just unbolt the top half and then pull it out the way a little bit. Now that I have all of those unbolted and the one that goes underneath the door, I just pulled the fender out and I can get to these bolts. Now whenever you go to take off the 2 bolts, whether it be on the bottom part of this hinge or the top, you want to be careful because the hood will shift or sometimes even try to fall. Now they actually ran out of these washers, but I did end up finding 3 nuts that'll go over top of the bolt, and they are the exact same size as this, so I'm going to do it this way. Now you could just end up getting 3 nuts and stacking them up like that and using it that way if you couldn't find these washers, but I think the washers by themselves are a lot easier. Now the fun part is stacking this up underneath it. I think that the bolts are going to be a lot harder than this fastener is, which this can line up pretty easily like that. And then these 3 nuts I'm going to have to try to stack up very carefully. And then I got my bolt with the washer. Put that straight through there and thread it into the hole a little bit. Before I tighten that down, there's something I forgot to mention. You want to make sure that your thread is about the same length on this bolt as it is on those. Now that I have it nice and tight, we're all done. Just put the fenders back on and we'll be good to go. Now I haven't remounted the fenders just yet, but you can get a pretty good idea of what it looks like. I need to pull the hood over just a little bit on this side, but it still looks pretty good. I would say that's not too bad for only being $7. And if you guys liked the video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe.